What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to FryNation Friday Patreon Podcast Edition. I'm joined here today by the top Patreon subscriber, huge supporter of the channel. His name is Tolerant Cashew. Introduce yourself, bro. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Tolerant Cashew.
So Tolerant Cashew has been. I don't know, how long have you been watching me for? It's
Ever since like around August, I believe. Ever
August
since
of last
Abel
year.
introduced you to me.
Okay, yeah. It's been it's been a wild year. So you've been a supporter since basically the come up. You've been here since the beginning. So so introduce yourself. Tell me what you do on YouTube, what your channel's about, and we'll go from there.
Well, I'm just a basic gamer. I don't really like see myself as like the best or anything. I just like to see how better I am at kicking other people's asses on games. That's about it.
Right.
My channel, it's not really like, oh my god, I want to be like PewDiePie famous.
Right.
I'm more like I just do this for a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's never like my goal to get over like 1 million views or anything like that, but it doesn't hurt to try.
No, exactly. Yeah, one video might blow up just out of nowhere. Hey, no, it could be something that could turn into something. No, that's cool, man. So, what kind of games do you play on the channel, and what kind of do you do commentaries or let the people know?
Well, back in the day, I used to do a lot of commentaries, but I was basically a I can't even pronounce it. Cookie cutter commentator back in the day. It was just like basic stuff, like nothing really special or anything like that. It's just something about my daily life stuff that would happen on the internet. I would like talk about it, but really, it's just me just kicking ass most of the time.
Cool. And if you guys don't know, Tolerant has been featured on multiple Abel Green top 5 plays of the week. Your shield gameplay's on point, bud. It's unbelievable.
Well, the thing is, I never really liked not having a shield when I first started. I was like, how come everybody can see me first, but I can't see them?
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to start using a shield. And ever since I did that, I fell in love with Blitz.
So Blitz is your main, not the... Montaigne is the full shield one, right?
Yeah, but dude, Montaigne can't do really much when he has a shield up like that.
I notice you're a lot more versatile, so okay. So you choose the Blitz so you can like move around a little bit better then?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So what kind of games do you play on the channel? You obviously, I mean, you're fucking a beast at Rainbow Six. Is there anything else that you've been playing lately?
Shoot. Basically, I play anything that's FPS. Anything that's third person, I try to avoid.
No.
Like,
you're not a third person?
Like,
okay.
I love playing third person games that are campaign.
So like an Uncharted type thing?
Like, anything like it's third person, I'm okay with campaign, but multiplayer, I just can't. I can't do that because ever since I played Gears of War, I've stayed away from it because people like to hide behind walls and like I'm gonna see. I like it's open, go for it, bam!
Right.
I just shotgun.
Tolerant. I need to show you the ways, my friend. the SOCOM ways of life, dude.
But the thing is, dude, I don't like to wait. I'm a very impatient cash.
Right. So you like just running down alleyways and just hope nobody's there.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. I know a lot of people like to say that third person games aren't tactical in that sense, but I find that more tactical because you do have to wait that extra second to see if they flinch or to see if you can see the shoulder. Like it's a different game style, but no, that's dope, man. I have to ask, and now that I have you on a one-on-one, explain to me what LTDB means. Because I see you say it all the time, and it's in every single one of your videos.
LTDB is a group that I made in 2007 after I graduated from high school. It basically was a small group of my friends. We were just constantly wipe the floor off of people and leave basically bodies in our wake, basically. And at that point, I was like, right at that moment, I was like, dude, we need to make a group. And I decided, since we leave a lot of dead bodies everywhere, let's just call it Leave the Dead Behind.
Okay, so it's a clan then.
Well, the thing is, everybody's mostly playing other games. I'm like the only active member, pretty much.
Okay. Cool. Well, shit. Guess that explains it. So, okay, June. June is E3 month. So we have a lot of games coming down the pipe. A lot of first-person shooters. So something that's right up your alley. What are your predictions for? I mean, wait, hold on. What console do you play on? Do you play on PC only?
Well, I still have my 360 and PS3 and Wii U.
Okay.
Like
So
I want to upgrade, but the thing is, there's nothing that makes me want to go for it to
true.
get another console. So I've been playing on the 360 and the PS3 still.
Okay, no, fair enough. So what are your predictions for? Did you play Titanfall?
Titanfall, I loved it, but when I noticed that there was no actual people playing on it,
Right.
besides like a small group and mostly were AI, I was like, what is this? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna spend money on a small portion of people killing people.
Yeah, like when they launched, it didn't come with a lot of content, and people fell off real quick. Is Titanfall 2 something that you're interested in?
Well, as long as there's like more than just AI just running around, then yeah, because like really, you can easily outdupe an AI. Like
True.
human beings are capable of memorizing what an AI can do, and I've seen people that can jump in front of an AI all day and not get shot by it.
Mm-hmm. True. No. Yeah, they need to do something because I love the first Titanfall, but there just wasn't enough there, and people fell off super fast. So it was just playing against AIs. But the the Titan combat was super dope. Okay, so out of the three, because you have Battlefield 1, you have Call of Duty 4, or Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but nobody really cares about that, right? It's the Modern Warfare remastered.
Yeah,
And you have Titanfall. Which one are you most excited for, being a shooter fan?
Battlefield 1.
Okay, and why?
Because really, like when you have an open area instead of like a small linear path, you have the choice to go wherever you want in the map.
True.
In Battlefield, I mean in Titanfall, there's linear paths. You basically have to go through lanes of the map with your Titan. You can't really do much. You can't knock down buildings. There's no destruction that I can see. I don't know if there might be in this new one, but in the first one, you can obviously tell like you either have to get off your Titan to go through buildings, go on top of buildings. Like that was like an open type of map when you were not in the Titan. But when you're in the Titan, you have to take large lanes of traffic where you can easily be jumped by other opponents.
Damn. You're, you're very articulate. Okay, all right. Any love for Infinite Warfare?
I stopped playing Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3.
Good man. Okay. So okay, does the remaster do anything for you?
No, I see that as a trap.
Oh.
Big open trap. I was like, nope.
Okay, let's talk about that. Why do you feel that that is a trap?
Because look, when you see Call of Duty how it's been going downhill for the past 5 years, 4 years, you notice that they're doing all this promotion and yet the gameplay really still is the same thing over and over and over again. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically the same guns reskinned every year. Like the current Call of Duty, there's a gun that looks just like the MP9 but reskinned. There's a gun that looks just like the MP5 but reskinned. I'm like, dude, you're really not innovating anything. Like these don't look any futuristic at all. Like they should have been like lasers. They should have been plasma. They should have been something other than just basic bullets. And it was going to be futuristic.
See, it seems people like the main problem with the remaster. People don't like that you have to buy Infinite Warfare to get the remaster. Does that bother you?
Oh yeah,
Okay, now
it's like they're spoofing you, but they're trying to get you to eat the vegetables without eating the actual game. I'm like, I don't want the vegetables. I want the game.
all right, all right. Did you ever play the first Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare?
Oh, I loved that game. I got my ass kicked on that game a lot, but whatever.
Yeah, man. I personally, I'm super excited for it. The maps, to me, like Call of Duty 4 is like the SOCOM of the first person shooter
Oh,
genre.
did you hear they're editing some of the maps?
What do you mean?
Like, there's some on. I forgot what was that one map. It's basically like Iraq. Basically, it's like an L-shaped size map.
Backlot?
Yeah, no wait, not backlot. It's a bigger. I
Oh,
think it's
Crossfire?
Crossfire.
That was an
Basically,
L-shaped map,
there's
yeah.
a car that's right at the corner of the map at the top end of it. They removed it and put a tank there.
Oh, okay. So they're just like updating and like replacing some of the assets with newer ones. Then
But I
that.
agree with White Boy that that car really got you kills at the beginning of the map.
Oh, so you're saying that it's actually going to be a game-changing mechanic?
Yeah, basically you can throw a grenade. Someone is guaranteed to be right next to that car. It will blow up and get multi kills sometimes.
Right. Interesting. Huh, I wonder how drastic. Like that's a pretty drastic map change. I wonder how drastic the game's going to be changed. That's actually something I never thought about. And who did you say? Did you see a video on this?
Yeah, I saw White Boy talking about it. That some otaku editor said something that the map was going to be changed, and he even demonstrated where it was going to be changed at. And this is
Hmm.
all from otaku though, but it wasn't really like confirmed or anything.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, fuck. I hope they don't change it too much because I absolutely loved Modern Warfare. So Battlefield 1, are you excited about the World War One setting?
Yes.
Now, why do you want that over World War Two, or is that like
Well, I understand World War One was a basic blend of the beginning of the war. It was just trench warfare through like 75 to 85% of the time of the war. But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna just do that. You know what I mean? They're
right?
gonna make it more like a battlefield type game where it's large open world type of map, and it's gonna have objectives based on where they want it on the map, right?
No, exactly. That's like when I first heard World War One, I was like trench warfare. Ew, like this is gonna be boring as fuck. But it's a lot more extensive than that, which is super exciting. 64 player battles are coming. I think they're showing them off on the 12th for the E3 like EA thing. They're
Mm-hmm.
showing that off. They got a bunch of YouTubers going out there and stuff. That's gonna be dope. I really want to see this game because I think Battlefield needs to nail this one because Battlefield 4 launched so terribly with the
Oh yeah,
servers,
I
and then
know.
Battlefield Hardline was just a clusterfuck. They really need to nail this one, so I'm kind of excited to see if that's going to happen. Um, is there anything else from E3 that you're looking for? Do you just play shooters? Do you play anything else besides
I've
that?
usually played just shooters, but I am really looking forward to Nintendo's Zelda.
Okay, so you have the Wii U. So are you getting it on the Wii U, or are you going to pick up an NX?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I need to see what the NX is doing because I hear it's a handheld, I hear it's a console. Yet
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wait, you can take it on the go. Like, dude, I don't want a Game Boy Advance
Thank you.
or anything like that. I want a straight up console. I'm not gonna
Preach.
take it anywhere.
Preach. No, I honestly like. I don't know what Nintendo's doing, but it's so far like the fact that they're not showing the console at E3. I think they're making a huge mistake. Do you watch like their Nintendo Directs and stuff? Are you a Nintendo fan like that?
No, I'm not that much of a fanboy. I just
No,
like just their games. That's all.
just their games. Hey. So what is this? What's the Zelda game? I'm not a Nintendo dude.
It's
What's the
basically an open world Zelda game where you can go anywhere on the map. You can climb that mountain in the background. You can climb, you can basically go anywhere. It's like the Ocarina. No wait, Ocarina Time. It's basically like that, but more of a third person, more colorful, more fleshed out. But the thing is, when I saw this, I'm like, can they fill this world with content though? Like, I don't want to be just running around all over the place and not run into enemies.
and just smashing pots everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is the first time they've done open world, right?
Well, no, they've done it on the 64 with the Ocean of Time, Ocarina of Time. Like, it's basically like it's less linear, but you have to choose which path you want.
Okay, so but this is like total because Ocarina of Time that wasn't. I mean, honestly, I'm not a Zelda fan to be honest. Like, I didn't even play those games. Those were more linear. This is an open, like totally open world. Like, you don't have to.
you don't have to restrict yourself to going to an objective the way the game wants you. You can just go wherever you want. You can go over a mountain,
Interesting.
go through trees, go through enemies, whichever way you want.
Hmm. That could be interesting. I mean, it's basically like every other RPG, though. That's cool. What's your predictions for the story? Like,
Oh. Well, the thing is, I didn't really see much in the trailers. All I saw was this new-looking Link getting chased by this huge mechanical machine. I was like, "Whoa, a machine? I've never really seen that kind of technology in a Zelda game before." So I'm
right.
thinking about some massive machine that's gonna be like a scientist or something that's gonna take over the world.
Hmm. Interesting. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know why I never played the Zelda games as a kid. I was too busy playing like Mario 64 and shit like that, but never dabbled in that world. I know my buddy's super excited for it. He loves everything Nintendo, so what else? What else are you excited for? E3 predictions. What do you got coming down the pipe, or what do you think's coming down the pipe?
Really, there's nothing. Oh, I was really looking forward to that Ghost Recon game, the open world one.
Oh
But then
Lord.
when I saw your video, I was like, "Oh my god, you're right. It's not gonna look as good as this.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
as best it's gonna look ever. Like it's never gonna look as good as this."
Yeah, I'm really. But here's the thing. Abel told me, I was having a conversation with him late last night. He told me that there was a video from Open World Games where they say they can't wait for Ubisoft to start talking about the PvP.
There's PvP.
Apparently, there
I heard it
is.
was just a campaign.
And that's the thing. I made that video not knowing, like, they haven't announced anything yet, but apparently there is PvP. We just haven't seen it yet.
But PvP in a like small area, or is it gonna be multiplayer matchmaking?
I'm hoping that it's going to be more like. Did you play Future Soldier?
No.
Okay, I'm hoping it's going to be more like that, like a more competitive, like a smaller map, competitive
And they're just gonna
matchmaking.
have different classes like assault, SMG, and that
Right.
type of stuff.
Yeah, like I hope that that's the case, or like I can't see them going like open world PvP. Like I can't see that, but man, if that game comes with a co-op campaign like that plus a multiplayer, that's a game changer for me. That totally flips my opinion 100%.
But what scares me about this game is that this is a game that was being made with the Division.
What do you mean?
Like at the same time they announced the Division, they will also announce this with it, and I'm like, I'm seeing comparisons with both games. They're both pretty much open world games, but with more like buildings. You can discover stuff, and in this game, you have to basically go through deserts, mountains, forests, just to get to an objective, right?
Right.
But that means but in the Division, there's a lot more combat. Every corner, there's pretty much an enemy. There's
Mm.
something for you to do. There's something for you to discover. In this game, you're basically walking around the entire time, not really running into people.
Well, and that's the thing with Ubisoft open world games. It's always just about climbing towers and unlocking parts of the maps and collecting like feathers and shit. You know what I mean? So like
Ah,
in a Ghost Recon game, in the traditional sense, that's not what I play Ghost Recon for, right? So I'm hoping, like you said, I'm hoping that the open world is actually packed with some shit and not just climbing towers and clearing areas of the map. Like there needs to be some substance there, in my
yes.
opinion, because the open world games that Ubisoft has been doing have just been lackluster as fuck. So yeah, man, like if it comes with multiplayer, like competitive PvP, I don't know how that's not gonna be my game of the year. You know what I mean? Like third person tactical shooter, like
Yeah.
me. That's right up my alley. So,
Hopefully
um,
you like the movement though,
yeah, I mean, honestly,
because I've
like
seen the way you've seen it. Like you play a lot of third person games, but you always have a critique about the way they move,
yeah,
especially in that new game that came out on the PS3. I mean PS4. What was that called?
PS4, third person.
Yeah, it's that story game that just came out.
Oh, Uncharted.
Yeah, that's it. You
Mm.
you like the game, but the way it moves around, basically, like the character just rams himself into the wall, saying, "Oh no,
Oh,
no, you got to
yeah,
take some cover, bro."
right. Yeah, no, it was very finicky, especially like in high intense situations. I agree. Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like I mean, I hate going back to SOCOM, but I never ever had that issue with SOCOM. Like, that was the pinnacle of third person mechanics. Yeah, it's probably old and outdated now, but at least it fucking worked. You
Right?
know? Yeah, no, Ghost Recon. If it plays like the Division, because I actually enjoyed how tight the controls were in the Division. I will say that. So if it plays anything like that, I'll be happy. I'm not a fan of cover based, but it's something that we just got to deal with nowadays. Yeah. So Future Soldier had cover, and I enjoyed the shit out of that multiplayer. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Do you play any Civilization at all on PC? Is that your style?
I don't even heard of that.
Oh,
I'm a noob to PC.
Okay, well, Civilization it's essentially like a big game of Risk. It's turn based. You can play online with people, and you each choose like world leaders. So like when I play, I choose Bismarck, and I represent Germany. And you basically build your civilization and then go to war with other people with your units. And you...
Is that over the top type of view?
Yeah, it's like a map view, yeah. Well, the next one is coming out in October, and like I'm fucking ecstatic for that. My boys, like, games can last 18-20 hours when we're playing full games. Like me and Scythex, he used to come over and we do LAN parties, and we just spend an entire day playing.
Man, you gotta no life that kind of games.
Yeah, it's no life. But the thing is the politics behind it are so cool, because me and him can work together, and then if he gets ahead of me, he'll build like... Eventually, when he gets to the future tech, he'll end up building like giant killer robots, and then he'll come and just fuck my face up. And it's just like we're in the same room, and I just look over and I'm swearing at him and stuff. It just gets super intense. But
you love your friends.
Yeah, right. He's just an asshole. But yeah.
So is Scythex cool down since yesterday?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that was funny. He was so fucking pissed.
I was there when I saw that.
Yeah, he was messaging me in the Discord saying like, I'm fucking done playing with that fucking guy. Like, he was super choked. I told the boys after the stream though, I said we gotta cool it with the try hard shit all the time, because I notice like when we play Overwatch and we lose, it's kind of just like, alright, well, let's get him again. But when we play Rainbow Six and we lose, people go on tilt in FryNation. Like, everyone is so fucking pissed off. So I just told him, I was like, we gotta cool it. The thing is,
Rainbow Six is more high tense.
It is. Like,
more awareness than Overwatch. Like, they give you surround sound. Mm-hmm. They give you cameras to look for your enemies. Like, you have to have the patience to do it, which is really hard for me to do, but still.
Right. Well, and then that's the thing. Like, my boys, they like to win.
Oh yeah, same here. I don't like to lose. Who likes to lose?
No, exactly. But the thing is when I'm streaming and we lose, I can literally watch the because I have a little bot that tells me who's all in the room. Mm-hmm. And when they start going on tilt and they start like, fucking, okay, Brian, you need to step it up, or whatever the case is, whatever they're saying, I can see people leaving the room as that's happening every fucking time. My numbers drop. When someone goes on tilt and they're pissed off, my numbers drop. So I told them, I was like, we can't have this shit. I want to keep people entertained, like, and I still want to win, but like we got to figure out a nice balance. And then I said that before the stream last night, and then that happened, and Scythex instantly went on fucking tilt. He messaged me after, and he said it's just because he's not enjoying playing games lately. He's just in kind of like a little mood. So he's like, I'm not pissed off at Brian,
probably like too much work.
Yeah, and he had a long shift last night, but it was funny to see two different angles.
I know, because I was like, dude, he just jumped right on top of it while he was smashing it.
Right, yeah.
But to his perspective, he was already planning it, then he smashed it.
Right. So like they're both like talking shit to one another. I don't know if you heard Brian subtly talking shit in the stream.
Yeah, I did. I was like, Brian, you're just messing with him. Just calm down. Don't piss him off.
No, and that's exactly it. Like, he's obviously super pissed off. Like, just stop talking shit for like an hour. Just let me get through this stream, and then you can talk all the shit you want. But yeah, he saw something different. It was fucking hilarious on the inside. But I know that my numbers were dropping during that time. So, so how often do you play games a week? Like, do you obviously have a full-time job and all that shit, right? Real life stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you get to play games every week?
Every day, pretty much. I play games every single day. It's just that I usually play between 10 to like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh shit! Wait, so what? If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work?
Uh, a food library,
A food library. What is that?
a grocery store.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I've never heard
You
anybody
understand
called
when I
that.
say food library? I'm like,
Right.
what's a food library?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay.
Ever since I heard it from what's that? Metalocalypse. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
use
okay.
that for now on to describe a food market.
Food library. So you play all night then? You're like a nocturnal.
Oh yeah, I can't sleep. I can't be asleep during the day. During the night. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just that I don't like being awake in the daytime. I prefer the night.
Huh.
Everybody's
Huh.
asleep. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can be as loud as I want.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You said I heard you say earlier you graduated in 2007. You're older than me.
Oh yeah, man. I'm too old to be fucking young. But the thing is, my voice kind of disagrees with
Right.
that.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I think honestly, now that I'm saying that, I think I knew this. I think we had this conversation before when I realized that you were older than me. Because like when I hear you speak, yeah, I don't put two and two together there. But so is there anything else from E3 that you would like to see, even if it hasn't been announced? Do you have like a wish list, something that in a perfect world you'd have your game?
I want an N64 Mario game again. Not like this the way they used to be basically back in the day, but now it's like this cloud open like his universe type of thing. I was like, dude, just give me a castle to save Peach. That's all I want.
Okay, so when you say N64, you're talking like Super Mario 64?
Oh yeah.
A new gen Super Mario 64 would be dope as fuck. Did you ever get into Super Mario Sunshine?
Sunshine. I played the first one, but the second one didn't really catch my attention.
Okay, and then yeah, what are the ones at? It was a Galaxy or some shit like that.
Oh, I played the first Galaxy one.
Okay, are those good?
I liked the first one, but the second one didn't really couldn't really catch my attention again.
Okay, so what? Because I never played anything after. Honestly, anything after Super Mario 64. I never played Sunshine. Never played Galaxy. What's the difference between Galaxy and Super Mario 64? Is it just like there's no castles, you're just doing planets, right?
Yeah, because basically they just give you small little, like basically little mini maps to run around and destroy stuff. That's basically it.
Huh.
Like they
Okay.
don't give you this huge map with like like a shit ton of obstacles for you to get to the top.
Right. Hmm. Is there for the NX, they haven't said anything about launch titles or anything, have they?
No, there's just the Zelda game. That's about it.
Just Zelda. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do for. Obviously, they're gonna have a Mario game at launch, right? But I would honestly, I would kind of be excited to see a castle where you could like remember like jumping through the paintings and shit.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that. But like
yeah, that was dope.
hidden stuff wouldn't hurt either.
What do you mean?
Like little Easter eggs in the game, like they used to have.
Mm,
Like I never knew this one I mean, this one piece of glass can be actually jumped through. I was like, oh my god, I fell in there. I'm like, what's this?
right. Um, or I remember out in the backyard of the castle where all the ghosts are in the like the cemetery area.
Yeah.
You could well, how the hell was it? You could hold yourself to the top of a tree or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've played that shit, man. But you could do something in the cemetery and unlock an Easter egg like that. No, that would be cool. I think for Nintendo, I would really love to see a new Road Rash game. Remember those games on the
I don't
N64
think I've ever
and shit?
played Road Rash.
Oh man, it's like motorcycle combat. Like it's like racing, but you can pick up like lead pipes and just hit the players off of the bikes and shit.
You know, there's a game just what you describe on the PC, right?
Road Redemption, right?
Yeah, it's with Shovel Knight in it.
Uh, yeah, it's the spiritual successor to Road Rash.
Ah,
Yep,
okay.
yeah. They built that to bring it back. When I played it though, it was like super early, so I don't know how. I should actually go back and look at the progress on that because It had potential. I know they added guns, which was something the games didn't have, so I thought that was pretty cool. But
I can't multitask, dude. I just can't. Like
so
I'm
like
trying to
shooting
kick some
while
ass
riding.
and try to avoid cars at the same time. Nah,
Right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna rage.
And well, that was the thing. Like back then, the game was so hectic because like you'd have the cops chasing you, so you'd have to hit the cops off the bikes, and then you'd have to worry about the players while you're racing. Like it was super chaotic, but it was fun. Yeah, that'd be dope. In terms of Rockstar, what do you think? Do you think new Red Dead? Do you think that's coming this year?
Oh yeah, they already announced that they're working on it, but you know they've been working on it for like the past 2 years.
Oh yeah, right. Does that excite you at all? Were you a fan of Redemption?
I don't play third person games. Oh yeah, multiplayer not really, but the campaigns I did play it a little, but I'm like, is this basically it? Western themed Grand Theft Auto, and
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm like, nah,
All
I'm
right,
good.
fair enough. I actually like. I remember I made it. I think I was at the halfway point of the game when you get into the new territory. I made it to there, and I never did finish the game. Just for some reason, it just didn't hold me.
Exactly, it didn't hold me at the beginning. I was like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm trading this in.
like everyone who's like, "Oh man, we need a new Red Dead." I want to see Bully. Did you ever play Bully?
No, I seen Chase play it. It looked pretty good. I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun as hell.
It looked like hard as fuck to play the game though.
I don't remember it being hard back in the day, but maybe the mechanics just haven't aged.
Yeah, they never aged. It's just like we're used to crisp controls. Now we're like,
Right.
have you ever played the Superman's N64 game?
I never. Fuck no, I never
That
played
game
it.
was a nightmare, dude.
Did you actually play that back in the day?
When I was a kid, yeah, when I played it, I was like,
Really?
"What's wrong?" But the thing is, I got used. I memorized the controls. I was able to control Superman like that. You know what I mean? I was able to take corners with him.
Well, and that's the thing. Back then, I don't think like when you're a kid, you don't really realize what's a good game and what's a really like shitty game.
Yeah, but when you get your skills up, dude, you can control them real good.
Right.
But now that we're all older men, we're like, dude, how the hell did I used to play this game?
Right. No shit. Oh yeah, I've seen gameplay of Superman, and I don't know how the fuck that even hit the market. It looks so terrible.
I really like the Spider-Man game when the 64. That was like the first time I ever thought, like, wow, this is a really fucking big freaking map. And I was just basically swinging around most of the time, just doing like these acrobatics. Basically, most of the time I was playing the game.
You said that was on the N64, right?
Yeah, there was an N64 version
See, I remember playing.
or the GameCube.
I remember playing the PlayStation 1 version
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. And that, like, you're right, like, that was the first time, like, you're jumping building to building and there's enemies on each building and you're like, holy fuck, this is huge. When in reality, they didn't have to render the streets at the time. So
Oh
it
yeah,
was, you
like
know,
this, you can see from like 3 blocks away in
Right.
great detail.
yeah. So playing that for the first time way back in the day, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I love that game. I feel like the new ones, like, the fuck
They
was
try
it?
too hard.
Yeah, they try too hard. Exactly. Like I remember playing Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man 2 on the PS2? It just didn't feel the same. Just
Yeah,
didn't
the
have
first
same
one was
charisma.
better.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So is last words on E3? Anything else you'd like to see for yourself coming out of the E3 camp?
Better consoles.
Okay, let's talk about the consoles for a sec. Are you looking at the PS4, whatever the fuck it's a Neo, and the Xbox Scorpio?
As long as they can, okay, but when they first announced their consoles, they said this, they said that, they said this, they said that, and none of that is what we thought it was going to be when they said it.
True.
And when I see this, it's basically like, okay, we're going to see how much money we can squeeze out of you again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing new that's going to be on these systems besides, like, an enhanced, basically on the PS4, the new one, it's going to have, like, way better RAM and way better processing power, but there's nothing new that's going to be on there.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just an upgraded system like that. But the problem is I feel like this is just cutting the life cycle of the consoles in half.
Oh, yeah, they should have just came up with a PS4 mini, but the thing is, they wanted that VR.
Yep, Yeah, this is definitely a VR push to support
If
it for
VR
sure.
wasn't here, I can see them not just doing a mini
Mm-hmm.
version. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically it. But I guess they see something in the VR that nobody else can.
Well, and then you have Xbox. I was reading the article the other day. You have Xbox. They're dropping a mini, and they have a new console, so they're doing both.
Dude,
Now,
wait,
again,
didn't you
rumored.
say we weren't gonna do that,
Yeah,
or was it incremental upgrades?
upgrades. Yeah, but like I said, Phil Spencer goes back on his word like quite
So
a
this
bit.
is an Xbox 2 then.
Well, this is all rumor. Nothing's been confirmed, but I've read that they have an Xbox Mini, they have the Xbox Scorpio, which is the code name for the new console, and they have an Xbox streaming device. So like the Chromecasts or the Rokus,
No.
they have something like that as well. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I remember when the Xbox One dropped, they said this was the reason they're calling it the Xbox One was because this is going to be the all-in-one entertainment console for you. It has everything. And now it seems they're totally flipping that, and they're bringing multiple home devices out all at the same time.
They should just call it the Xbox 1080 because it would have been make sense. You completely 1080 all around, but no, they went for the one. What? All right, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't support new consoles right now, though. Like if it was a Slim, if they came out with like PS4 Slim, I'd be like, okay, no problem.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that, but
Yeah.
no, they're basically making the next gen games.
Right.
Next gen systems. I'm like, what are you doing? You're killing off the first ones.
Yeah.
But PS4, they really fucked with the developers on this one.
Yeah, I heard a lot of developers aren't very happy about this situation.
Oh no! You can't make a game just for this one. You have to spend more money on both systems.
Right.
Like,
now that being said, though, how do PC developers do it? Right. Like if my system's worse than your system, they obviously have a way to build it like that to optimize it for the hardware, right?
mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know how much more work that would cost, like or do in development. I don't know.
Well, basically, they only have to do with the screen size and basic graphics cards, right? That's all they have to work with.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Like RAM, maybe RAM.
No, the RAM is on our side though. We're in control of the RAM. Like they have to worry about is the graphic card.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And resolution.
That's basically what they have to worry about.
Yeah, graphics cards and processors, I guess.
No, processors are on our end too.
But they still have to optimize it for multiple processors, right?
Yeah. That's
cards,
it.
Right. That's really about it. So I don't know how, like for the consoles, it's gonna be.
But the thing is, on the PS4, it doesn't run on Windows. It runs on a completely different software.
Oh, true.
So that makes them even more work than on the Xbox. Xbox, you can just throw a game from the PC onto there, but hopefully you have to get rid of most of the code so that can work on the Xbox One. But it's basically Windows on an Xbox and Windows on a PC, but on the PlayStation, it's completely different software. Things don't work the same way.
Yeah, but I think the architecture is the same though, right? x86. Like I think it's the same architecture as PC, but you're right. It is different operating systems. There's no doubt about that.
It's like trying to put a PC game onto Windows and Linux. You have to rewrite the code.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what it's gonna entail, to be honest. But I don't know. I feel like there's a disturbance in the force.
Oh yeah, I could have sensed that when the Xbox One first announced. I'm like, where are the games?
Thank you.
Like what? I'm like, what are you talking about TV for? We're gamers. We don't give a fuck about TV. That's why we play games.
And now they said that every future Xbox exclusive is going to be on the PC.
So, I could because the way that it is right now, Xbox needs money, and they know that PC is a basic free open cash grab. And if they work on their system just like Steam, just a little bit, just spend like $1 million. That's all you have to do on software development. Out of that trillions of dollars that they have, they can easily become just as equal as Steam, but with exclusives.
Right. No, I absolutely. Yeah, the software development is where they're slacking, and they slack every time they go to PC. Games
so
Windows
hard.
off.
I laugh so hard when they say, "Oh, we have the best coders in the world. We have the best blah blah blah." I'm like, then show it off. Like you're not doing much right now.
No, exactly. And their Windows store right now is a joke. Like it's meant for little tablet apps. It's not meant for fucking Gears of War and all these huge games. But the thing is like all these games are coming to PC. What's the point of owning an Xbox now? If I have a PC that can run these games, what's the point of buying a console?
If console can do couch co-op again, that's like the biggest reason for me to get it. Because most of the games are removing couch co-op.
True. Yeah. Fair enough.
And if they keep that in games, I would gladly keep my system. Buy one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess like playing like Borderlands couch co-op on a PC would be kind of awkward as fuck. So I get that. Like sitting in front of a TV, I get that.
And when Phil Spencer said something about that, I was like, are you fucking serious? The PC can do that too.
What's that?
He said something that was so stupid, saying, "Oh, you can't play with friends as like you do on the Xbox." I'm like, dude, you know there's multiplayer, right?
Right.
Or something on the lines like that. I'm like, dude, you can't not compare the PC and the Xbox. The PC is way superior. Whatever's on the Xbox, the PC can do better.
Yeah, I think they're starting to realize that though. You know, so that's a good thing.
But the thing is, what the one guaranteed thing I understand what Xbox can do, what the PC can do, is deal with the hackers.
True. Yeah, and I think that's based on operating system though, for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's so easy to hack Windows. It's so easy to run programs in the background on Windows. It's not easy to do that on an Xbox. Yeah. No, that's for sure. The thing is like people look at PC and they're like, oh, hacker, hacker, hacker. For me, like if somebody's hacking in a game of Rainbow Six, just move on to the next game. Like just leave the game.
Report him, get out.
Report him, get out, play the next one. Like I don't let that shit affect me. When it's if it's a game where it's like every single game there's a hacker, then we got a problem. But it's never
that's like
that.
Call of Duty 4, man. Oh,
right.
The way it is right now.
Right. Yeah, like on launch and shit. Like I get it. Like 10 years down the line, if people are still hacking the old code and shit, okay, fair enough. But like nobody's playing that game anymore on PC. Well, I shouldn't say that. They all have kind of
most of them are during the day, but at the night it's fucking ugh.
Right. No, exactly. All right. Well, let's move on here. I have a question for you, as somebody who has backed the channel. And thank you, by the way. Like it's a huge, what's the word? It's a huge honor to know that there are people out there who support the channel. As somebody who backs a channel, do you have any feedback for me and for my channel as a patron?
The way your channel is now is great. Like the way you inform people about certain games, you go in depth on information on what's going on. You look up their fan pages, you look up their Facebook pages, you look up their Twitters, you look at everything they said and done in the past. You basically like a news reporter, but for gaming.
I mean, yeah, I've been told like. Okay, here's the deal. Me and Abel have spoken multiple times. We actually had a conversation about this yesterday. There's two lanes, it feels like, when you're in the YouTube space. You have the ones that entertain and the ones who inform, right? And see like
there's another lane where everybody just lies about everything.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the gutter, right?
Yeah.
That's the ditches. But see, what I'm trying to do is kind of blend the two. I like being entertaining. I like, talking shit. People love when I swear. Like I love entertaining.
I love it when you rage.
Right, exactly. But I love informing and I love bringing facts to those rages. So I kind of feel like I'm blending the space a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But if there's anything, like, please inform me. Like you guys are the ones who are supporting the channel. You're in the comment section. I see you tweeting out every single video. I know that you're a huge supporter. If there's anything that you could give some feedback on to help me improve, that would be dope. And if you have any questions for me for YouTube or video editing or anything like that, the floor is yours.
No, you're pretty good as it is. Like, there's really nothing that you make mistakes on, besides like when the community starts bitching about the way you do your intro and everything. But everything else is pretty good. Like, I don't even understand why some people get pissed off at little things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, man. Do you have any questions for me before we wrap up the show?
Well, I understand that you're trying to hit the small goal this year of 5,000 subscribers.
Yep.
But do you really want to? I can understand why you want to grow, but do you want to grow so big that you completely forget the little guys?
I've had this conversation before. I don't know what it's like being up there. You know what I mean? I see the huge people like Summit and Lyric on Twitch, and their chat's going 100 miles an hour, and they can't even read the shit, right?
Yeah.
Do I want that? No, I don't want that. A small part of me would like to see what it's like to be there, but if I could choose and control it, no, I don't want that. I want a solid group of people who can come through. I can still read the chat. I can still interact with people. We can still do these. But what I want is the opportunity to, let's say, go out to E3 and talk to developers and actually ask the tough questions. You know what I mean? Like, not just beat around the bush, because I want to inform you guys. Like, you guys are watching me for the truth, and that's what I want. I know the route that I'm going. I'm never gonna be the Markiplier, the huge.
I know a YouTuber that used to say that, like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to the developers and tell you the truth."
Right.
And when we saw him on live talking to the developers, he never answered any of our fucking questions.
Right. And see, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. That's what I want, and I don't know once you get there if it's something that can be achieved or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a tough question to answer. I don't want to grow so huge that I just can't talk to anybody.
Stop reading the comments.
Right.
You look at your Twitter and it's like over 500 messages in one day.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck.
Like, and honestly, like, it's a weird phenomenon. Like, I see when I watch Summit stream, he just looks lonely. You know,
see what I mean? Like, he doesn't even look. He just looks at the page as his just growing and growing. Not even able to read one sentence.
There's so many people there, but he's lonely. You know what I mean? And that's like, you have 500 people a day messaging you on Twitter, but you can't talk to anybody because half those people are probably people just trying to promote their channel. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
what
just
I'm
people.
so sad about. People are still doing that. Even to this day, they send me a message on Facebook, "Hey, you want to sub for sub?" I'm like, delete.
Yeah, it doesn't get you anywhere. And that's a thing. Like, I've had conversations like this before. When you get to that level and people are hitting you up, it's tough to see who's genuine and who isn't. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has an agenda in that sense, and you start to get paranoid with it. And so I don't know. I don't want to get to that level. What I want is a big enough fan base where I can actually influence change. Don't pre-order games. Don't do this. Don't do that. This game could potentially lead this. These developers are shitty. I want to be that guy. And if that's 100,000 and not 10 million subscribers, I'm totally cool with that. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to be the biggest dude on this site.
That's respectable.
Yeah, and like, I'm totally fine with it. So yeah. Any closing comments? Any closing thoughts on the show?
No, everything's good.
All right, man. Well, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. The links for Tolerance, everything is going to be down below. Again, thank you, bro, for supporting the Patreon, supporting the channel, coming through to the live streams. You're everywhere.
Oh yeah. I got too much time on my hands.
Well, I'm not saying it like that, but I really do appreciate it. And shout out to all my Patreon subscribers. The reason why I have the tier set up the way I do is basically just to stop the trolls. If I would have put this at like $1 and bring everybody in,
oh man,
I could just see people paying that to come talk shit, and I feel like, for me, that would make me mad, but it would make me even more mad to see guys like Tolerant, who are real supporters, having to deal with that shit. So that's the reason why we decided to do this. And I honestly didn't expect anybody to do that tier, and then all of a sudden Tolerant came through. I was like, holy fuck.
I was surprised that no one else was there before me, though.
No, man, because like I remember when you did it, I hit you up. I was like, you realize it's a monthly thing, right? Because I didn't expect anybody to do that. You know, that's more than a Netflix subscription. That's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, but you give more content than Netflix, man. They just bring out old movies. Right.
Well, and so that's the thing. Like, when you did it, I just wanted to make sure 100% that you knew it was a monthly thing. And honestly, like I said, I appreciate it 110%.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So thank you. You know, thank you for everything that you do for me.
You're welcome, man.
Because when when
If
we
Abel
grow,
never
man.
introduced you, dude, I would have been like less happy every day. I
Right.
look forward to seeing your videos every day.
Well, that
Just to see you roast, uh, review a game.
review. Good man. Good save. Yeah, guys. So Tolerance Twitter is going to be down below. His channel is going to be down below. Yeah. When I grow, the circle of people around me who support me, like we're all coming up together. So go check out all of the stuff that he does. You have a Twitch channel as well. Do you stream often?
Maybe like 3 times a month. That's about it. Like I
times a
rarely
month?
ever like. There's like moments where I'm like, oh, I want people to watch, but I realize there's like nobody watching.
Yeah, that's that consistency. Hey, like it's so tough to stream for days and days and have nobody there. Like fuck, man, it's the worst feeling in the world. But maybe we can change that, people. Go down, click the links below. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down there as well. Just check it out. Read what my plan is, and if you guys decide it's something you want to support, I appreciate it. I really do. And we will see you. I'm planning on doing these once a month. So the more people we can get coming through, then we can eventually maybe have like a round table discussion. I think that would be dope. An actual podcast like that. But for this month, for the first month, I wanted to get a one-on-one with the top supporter on the Patreon. So again, I thank you, and we will see you next month.